or for the purpose of Yahweh's Son coming, we're to celebrate it. Celebrate his Son's coming, and when we have him with us, what can be greater? Praise God. Now remember, the word holy comes from our Bible. This is a Hebrew word. They did not explain to us, they did not leave the explanation of holy in the Bible. They left us with the word, took the word, and put the meaning of the word in the dictionary. And then they show you in the definition of our Hebrew word holy, the purpose of the word holy, that it is to be associated with Yahweh our Messiah, the Son of Yahweh. See, the reason the people could forget in the past and maybe not have a deep feeling about the feast is they didn't have Yahweh's Son with them. That's why the prophets wished they could see this day, because they knew that Yahweh's Son would be in this day. All the nations of earth talk about the second coming. All the nations of earth say they are awaiting the second coming. They all say they want to worship him. They want to follow him. They're waiting to obey him. And it's such an important event that to keep all the world confused, false ones will rise up and say they are the one. But it doesn't matter. The book says Yahweh's Son will be revealed. Then it says there are nations of the earth that won't be too happy about it. Say the nations will mourn. They're going to be sorry and sad when he's finally revealed that he is really here. They're going to mourn and be sad. Why? Because the great whore with whom they have committed fornication, America, and this white devil who has allowed them to practice all the wild, immoral conditions of this world, it will be coming to an end. It's going to all be over. Wickedness. Maybe that helps you to understand why the nations of the earth are silent about him being here. They know he's here, but they don't want to talk about it. They don't want to publicly acknowledge it. They don't want the people of their countries to know. The officials all know of the world. All the officials of the world know that Yahweh's Son is here. They know that. Hey. You think they're glad about my coming when I am coming with the law of Yahweh? The only ones that are going to be happy are the ones to whom the Son is given. The only thing that makes them happy is to be where he is. So the word says that wherever the lamb goes, the sheep are going to go too. Wherever he goes, they are going. All they have to do is find out where he is, and they'll make their way there. Let me take you on over here to Zechariah for a minute, show you why I'm doing what I'm doing. I was going to teach you all of Zechariah 3, but time has gotten away because I'm teaching you what Yahweh wanted you to hear. We're going to go Zechariah chapter 3, verses 1 through 7, and then I'll explain one of them to you. We'll just kind of read in a hurry. I hope you came to enjoy Yahweh. Praise Yahweh. All right, verse 1.
And he showed me Joshua, the high priest, standing before the angel of the Lord Yahweh, and Satan standing at his right hand to resist him.
Now Joshua there's no J, so that would have been Yahshua, or standing for the Son Yahweh. The Son Yahweh is the high priest. And he's standing for the angel of Yahweh himself. But look who's standing there. Satan is standing here by my side to resist what I'm teaching you. And he raised up his false leaders among you to help him resist me. But he's not going to win, and he's not winning. Don't you see? We coming to Yahweh. Verse 2, and Yahweh, the angel, said unto Satan, Yahweh rebuke you, O Satan. Even the Lord Yahweh that has chosen Jerusalem rebuke you, letting you know exactly which God it is. Is not this a brand plucked out of the fire? Talking about the Son of Yahweh. See, I'm a branch plucked out of the fire of America. America is like the fiery furnace for us, a furnace of affliction. Yahweh said he would choose us out of the furnace of affliction. And I'm a brand, a hot fire, a hot coal that's been plucked out of the fire. See, Yahweh talking to the devil, Satan. Is not this a brand plucked out of the fire? Now the Son of Yahweh in verse 3 was clothed with filthy garments as he stood before the angel of Yahweh. Filthy garments, what is that? What is filthy garments? Unrighteous. He was brought up in unrighteousness. That's what eating that butter was all about. This is the way the Son of Yahweh was brought up. Otherwise, he wouldn't understand what you're going through. Verse 4, and he answered and spake unto those that stood before him, saying, take away the Son of Yahweh's filthy garments. And to him he said, behold, I have caused your sins to pass from you. I have caused your iniquities to pass from you. And after I do this miraculous work on you, the Son Yahweh, I will clothe you with a change of raiment. I'm getting ready to put on these new clothes. That's what this fast is all about. So I'm getting ready to put on some new clothes. But see, it's not really me doing it. Yahweh is doing it. I can't help myself. You know, you may get comfortable with some of the clothes you have on. It's kind of embarrassing when you have to get naked. Because in order to change from one set of clothes to another, you got to come out of what you're in. Get naked like. And when you come out in a new change of clothes, some people won't recognize you. So you're not acting like the man I thought I knew. You don't look exactly like the one, like you used to look. You have a new look about you. I see you beginning to change in my face. I can see a change coming over you myself. Oh yeah, some of you can see it. You're going to see an awful lot of it shortly. Because it's fulfilling the word. See, I'm changing my garments. My garments are being changed for me. They're being put on me. Isn't Yahweh awesome? Isn't Yahweh awesome? See, these are spiritual clothes. These are not Levi jeans that I'm fixing to change into. No Botany 500 suits. No. New man, spiritual man. Don't you read it? Don't you see it? I have caused your iniquities to pass from you. That's heavy. Isaiah 61:10. If you don't know what these clothes are, this change of raiment that I have on, then let's read about what it is. Read.
I will greatly rejoice in the Lord Yahweh. My soul shall be joyful in my God Yahweh. For he hath clothed me with the garments of salvation. He hath covered me with the robe of righteousness, as a bridegroom decketh himself with ornaments, and as a bride adorneth herself with her jewels.
And when I finish with you, We will cause righteousness to spring forth before all nations. See, I'm going to change your garments too. I'm going to cause all your iniquities to pass from you. Have you not read in the book, I must work the works of him that sent me? So the work that Yahweh is doing to me, I must work in you. He first has to bring a change about in me in order for me to bring one about in you. He first has to put his spirit within me, then I have the power to make you the sons and daughters of Yahweh and put my spirit within you. And that's what I'm doing. So you see, this clothing is of salvation. You're being saved from the hell of North America. Isn't it wonderful to get taught this truth? Doesn't it bring a joy to your heart? Praise Yahweh. You should be jumping out of your skin, knowing, hearing, just hearing, that the mighty God chose you. It ought to make you deliriously happy. I come to you with the truth of the God of our salvation, proven to you with the book. Yahweh love you and hate your enemies. You ought to be glad that somebody with the power to get rid of your enemy. My people ought to be willing to stay up all night to hear this kind of truth. This is a joy. We went to the nightclubs and the honky-tonks and parties and stayed up all night learning nothing. How wonderful it is to be able to stay up and hear the truth of our salvation. Yes, it should make your heart leap for joy to find out that the God of the universe who made all things is black. Yahweh, see, I'm bringing you the God of salvation. You haven't heard nobody teach like this. Zechariah 3. Zechariah 3 and verse 5. And I said, let them set a fair mitre upon his head. That's a crown. I'm supposed to wear something on my head. Crown. So they set a fair mitre upon his head and clothed him with garments. And the angel of the Lord Yahweh stood by. See, I'm not by myself. I got somebody standing nearby. You can't see him, but he's seeable. Praise Yahweh. A bunch of enemies came. 2 Kings 6, starting at verse 14. Therefore sent he thither horses and chariots and a great host, and they came by night and compassed the city about. And when the servant of the man of Yahweh was risen early and gone forth, behold, the host compassed the city both with horses and chariots, surrounded the city. And his servant said unto him, Alas, my master, what shall we do? And he answered, Fear not, for they that be with us are more than they that be with them. And Elisha prayed and said, Yahweh, I pray thee, open his eyes. Open his eyes. He was looking at the big army of the enemy, hollering, what are we going to do? Yahweh said, open this young fellow's eyes. He's blind. He can't see. He got eyes, but he can't see. And Yahweh opened the eyes of the young man, and he saw. And behold, the mountains were full of horses and chariots of fire round about Elijah. And when they came down to him, Elisha prayed unto Yahweh and said, Smite this people, I pray thee, with blindness. He didn't want to kill them, just smite them with blindness. And he smote, and Yahweh smote them with blindness, according to the word of Elijah. That's the kind of power the servants of Yahweh have. That's the kind of power I have with Yahweh. smite my enemies with blindness. That's just what he'll do. But the moral of the story is, he couldn't see all these angels or chariots of fire. He couldn't see those UFOs. They were unidentified flying objects. They couldn't see them. But the mountains was full of them, flying around in the mountains. The enemy couldn't see them in it either. But Elijah saw them. And he prayed for Yahweh to tune the eyes, fine-tune them. See, now see? We got a whole army out here watching over us. Glory to Yahweh. Yahweh just love to defend you. You put on your robes of righteousness and live holy and righteous and turn to the east. Raise your hands and turn to the east and face the east and say, Yahweh, call on Yahweh. He said he's a very present help in the time of trouble. Yahweh is a very present help in the time of trouble. Where? Psalms 46:1. I'm not making up anything I say to you. Can't you see it? I'm all in the book. Psalms 46:1. It's all about Yahweh. Read.
Yahweh is our refuge and strength, a very present help in trouble.
Praise Yahweh. Back to Zechariah 3. Angel of the Lord stood by, and the angel of the Lord Yahweh protested unto Joshua, saying, the son of Yahweh, thus saith the Lord of hosts, if you will walk in my ways, and if thou wilt keep my charge. What does charge mean? My instructions. If you will obey my instructions, then thou shalt also judge my house, and shalt also keep my courts. And I will give thee places to walk among those that stand by. I mean, he'll give us prestige. See, Yahweh's already doing that. He's giving us prestige now. Okay, so now we're going to look into how do I go about obeying your instructions, Yahweh, unless I know what they are. So I must turn to Leviticus 8:35. Find out what are these instructions. He said, if you obey my instructions, I'll do great things for you. So I go to Leviticus chapter 8, right? Verses 33 through 35, and find out what instructions it is. See, the white man got this book all scattered about. So we read Zechariah 3, verse 7, but they took what went with verse, they took the instructions and hid them way over here in Leviticus chapter 8, verses 33 through 35. See how tricky that devil is? All of it's the truth, but see, he scattered apart. So if you read Zechariah 3 and 7, it doesn't make any sense to you. Here is a man being changed, his clothing, his garments are being changed from filthy, unrighteous to righteous. And Yahweh is going to make him the ruler of his house. In verse 7, if you obey my instructions, then thou shalt also judge my house. Yahweh said, this is my house. I got a house, and I'll make you judge over my house. My house is my kingdom. Yahweh said, I will make you the ruler over my kingdom if you obey my instructions. So you have to keep it through the Son. But see, you couldn't find this on your own. So now let's run over here to Leviticus and see where he hid the instructions. Starting with verse 33, read.
And ye shall not go out of the door of the tabernacle of the congregation in 7 days, until the days of your consecration be at an end. For 7 days shall he consecrate you. As he has done this day, so the Lord Yahweh hath commanded to do, to make an atonement for you. Therefore shall ye abide at the door of the tabernacle of the congregation day and night, 7 days, and keep the charge of the Lord Yahweh, that ye die not, for so am I commanded. That's
kind of clear, isn't it? In verse 8, you are the high priest, but you must obey my instructions. Thou and thy fellows that sit before thee, for they are men wondered at. See, men wonder at you, my fellows. They all wonder at you. You are a wonder. For behold, I will bring forth my servant, the branch. See, Yahweh's bringing forth his servant. I'm already his servant, but see now, as I go through this atonement, I'm being brought forth. Go on this summer tour. I want to sit here, but I'm being brought forth. I got to go now. I got to go forth. But before I'm to be brought forth to go across the country, I must go through these 7 days of atonement. And someone's going to do an atonement for me, huh? I'm doing one for you. Praise Yahweh. So I am the servant and that branch that is going through this. So I have chosen to inform you of this Feast of Weeks because you are the first fruits representing the Feast of Weeks. You are my first fruits.